Alright, so how about going from percent composition all the way to molecular formula? So we'll say a compound is known to be 40% carbon, 6.71% hydrogen, 53.29% oxygen. It has a known molar mass of 60.05 grams per mole. What is the molecular formula? Okay, so in red at the top of the screen you can see first you need to find the empirical formula, then you find the molecular formula. So, to find the empirical formula, percent to mass, mass to mole, divide by small, multiply till whole. So I have carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, 40 grams of carbon, 6.71 grams of hydrogen, 53.29 grams of oxygen. Convert all of these to moles. So 40 grams of carbon to moles of carbon. So it's 40 divided by 12.01. 6.71 grams of hydrogen. We're going to convert that to moles of hydrogen using the molar mass of 1.01 grams per mole. Oxygen, 53.29 grams of oxygen times 1 mole of oxygen divided by 16.00 grams of oxygen. Right, I'm going to bring up a calculator here, and I'm actually going to I'll run the calculation right on the screen for you. So 33 moles of carbon. This is going to come out to 6.64 moles of hydrogen, and again 3.33 moles of oxygen. So in this case, that's the end of step 2. And now say I'm going to divide these three answers by the smallest of the three of them. So 3.33 divided by 3.33 is 1. 6.64 divided by 3.33 isn't quite 2, but it's close enough. It's 1.99 something. I realized, like, I just messed up there on the screen. That's actually, so this comes out to 2, and then the ratio for oxygen is 1. These are all whole numbers already. So I'm just going to leave them. I don't have to do a multiply till whole step here. Alright. A multiply till whole step, if you needed it, you would see a very common decimal, so something like a 0.5 or a 0.25 or a 0.33. You never use a multiply till whole step if you have, like 0.98s and 0.99s, that type of thing. Okay, so I have the empirical formula as CH2O. Go from empirical formula to molecular formula. The mass of the of the empirical formula is 30.03 grams per mole. The molar mass of the real compound was provided to me in the question, 60.05 grams per mole. So, as we did in the previous video, take the molar mass divided by the mass of the empirical formula, you'll get a whole number. In this case, I get 2. That means I multiply the empirical formula by 2. So CH2O becomes C2H4O2 as my molecular formula.